Yo guys, so Kaspa is about to pump like crazy. We are basically going to see the listing on Kraken tomorrow, 19th of November, and if that wouldn't be enough, I've got some bullish news, guys. Obviously nothing confirmed yet, but listen to that. OKX web wallet has announced the wallet integration of Kaspa. This means that Kaspa can now be stored on the wallet, OKX's wallet. On the other hand, since OKX has integrated the Kaspa's block DAC, he believes, Mr. Kaspa enthusiast, that a proper listing on the centralized exchange will take place soon. In addition, this guy could imagine that something will happen with the NFTs, possibly on Kaspa's birthday. That will be November 7th. Obviously, that was, we already had November 7th. But guys, if they basically have the wallet for OKX, I believe that listing is going to come soon. So we've got what? Kraken, OKX potentially soon. Of course, guys, I don't want to spread rumors, but if so, that is a positive rumor, right? So that would be a great news, and then our beloved, Coinbase and Binance, but that's something that we are going to have to wait for. Now guys, before we are going to look into the technicals, let's actually have a look at the dashboard, because I believe we got some bullishness. We've got 4.2, well, almost $3 billion if it comes to market cap for Kaspa. Volume is a little bit below 200 million, but still all right. I guess that is going to increase significantly in the future. Now we are sitting at 87.7% mined Kaspa, and that obviously is great. Guys, I'm not going to bore you. And now guys, let's have a look at hourly time frame for our beloved Kaspa. This is 1 hourly time frame, guys. So the first things first, we've got this thing being an overheated zone, and every single time it goes to overheated area, we are experiencing this. But that's fine, that's all right. Let's go into the daily time frame, guys, or actually let's go into 4 hourly now. Let's see what's going on 4 hourly. So Kaspa properly closed above this level of 15 cent 7, and now this level is flipped into support. That obviously is a great thing, and we can clearly see that we've got lots of confirmations in here of this level as a support. Whoopsie doopsie, let me just get out of this thing. And now guys, let's go back to the daily time frame. Let's see how things are looking like from the standpoint of the daily. So guys, we can clearly see that this thing in here is an uptrend for Kaspa, and I don't think that in a condition where Kraken is about to list Kaspa tomorrow, Kaspa might gonna dip. However, could this be a sell news type of an event? Buy the rumor, sell the events type of a news? Guys, we are going to look at the liquidity very soon, and we are going to see, because price definitely could be pushed towards the downside. Now guys, looking at the technicals, we are sitting at some overheated levels for Kaspa. So this is the first thing that we should be aware of. Basically MACD, well, let's say it's in halfway through, right, if that makes sense. But now guys, obviously liquidity is a very important thing for our beloved Kaspa. So this is daily Binance. We've got longs that are worth almost $2 million for Kaspa, and nobody's shorting Kaspa, right? Everybody is so confident that Kaspa is going to go towards the upside after this listing, right? But guys, many times that happened, right, in crypto. Basically people were buying the rumor, and event happened, which is obviously tomorrow, then the asset dipped. And of course guys, I'm not saying that Kaspa is going to dip, I'm just looking at the liquidity, right? So we can see on 7 daily, okay, we've got Kaspa, everybody's longing Kaspa, everybody's bullish on Kaspa, but funny enough, nobody was bullish in Kaspa in here at 10 cents. All right, so guys, let's have a look at the heat map, because heat map is going to help us to actually determine of where the price could potentially go to. So firstly, we are going to have a look at the Bybit time frame. Okay, so we've got some level of liquidity at 17 cents, and we've got in these areas of 16 cents for Kaspa. However, if I'm going to go into 3 daily time frame, we can see that major level of liquidity is at 14 cents for Kaspa, which is going to also coincide with this overheated level on a daily. Again guys, I'm short-term bearish on Kaspa. I believe that Kaspa can potentially dip only in order to flash these leverages, because people are jumping into trades like crazy. Like we can see that these yellow bars are basically what, 50x leverage. Okay, so do you believe that you're going to make 50 times your money that easily, guys? I think that market is being manipulated, not only Kaspa, but most of these assets that are just couple of $1 billion. It's so easy for these billionaires, for these sharks, not mentioning about institutions or exchanges, to just manipulate the price towards the downside, so only so they can just flash these leverages. All right, so please remember about that, guys. I'm personally not trading on leverage. I'm just DCAing and DCAing out, well, my spot holdings for Kaspa Kaspa and other altcoins, and I'm still profitable. Okay, so I don't think that you should, you know, take so much of risk. And if you are taking so much of risk, I would highly suggest that you guys do, you know, 5x leverage, for instance, or 3x leverage, so you're not easily flushed. But anyways, I have digressed a little bit. Let's have a look at Binance, for instance, now on 3 daily for Kaspa. So we can see clearly that we've got some levels of liquidity at 14 cents and level at 12 as well. And now guys, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, okay? It potentially might gonna happen. I'm just saying be careful, okay? Because unless tomorrow when the gates for Kraken are going to open and people will start accumulating Kaspa like crazy, like degens, yes, of course, you know, these longs are going to prevail and people are going to make 15x their money or 25x, okay? However, from the standpoint of market makers, guys, if hundreds of thousands of people or tens of thousands are not going to flow into Kaspa, these leverages might gonna be flushed, okay? So be careful, guys, right? But you know, despite that, despite Kaspa and all of these, you know, short-term predictions for Kaspa, well, based on a Fibonacci extension, as I was mentioning, I believe that a little bit longer term Kaspa can probably go into prices of around 20 cents, which is obviously our, well, previous all-time highs. So let me actually go into Fibonacci extension again, and let's say we can draw the line from here to all-time highs, let's say, and draw from here. So guys, we've got well, 0.618 at around, if I would draw this line from here, we've got it at around, let's say, previous all-time highs. Now let's redraw it one more time, and let's actually draw it from very recent swing low for Kaspa to all-time highs, and then we have pulled back in here, okay? So guys, we see that we've got 0.786 in here around 17, so this is potentially the level we can expect some rejection from. And you know, level 1, obviously lots of traders are taking their profits at that time, so we are potentially going to experience some selling pressure. Of course, that also coincides with all-time highs, so be careful, guys. All right, but the next leg up, if Kaspa is going to smash through this, you know, all-time highs, because obviously everything is short term, what I'm talking about, just a matter of a couple of days, right? Then we will look towards 20 something cents for Kaspa, unless scenario number 2, as I said, you know, if the same thing is going to happen as it happened well, weeks ago, we could see another pump, well, huge pump. Let me actually zoom it in a little bit, and let's see what was that huge, you know, green dildo basically on the chart, right? That was what, 264%. So guys, of course, this is just a speculation, but just in Kaspa would do around that 216, let's say. That will also surprisingly, well, roughly coincide with the level of 4.236 Fibonacci extension, and that would be around 56 cents for Kaspa. I wouldn't be surprised if that is going to happen, but guys, these are obviously, you know, a little bit of a long-term price prediction. Just expect these, you know, rejections short-term that might gonna occur. Let's have a look at some technicals for BTC, because that's very, very important. Let's have a look quickly at BTC's dominance. That's very, very important thing. So guys, firstly, zoomed out perspective, right? We see what's going on. We see that this pattern is basically a bearish pattern, okay? So this thing is basically going to dump, and I'm expecting personally that the first level that BTC's dominance is going to be supported at, that's going to be 56, and then, well, we are going to experience a huge pump for altcoins, I believe, if that is going to happen, when BTC's dominance is going to drop to 50. All right, and after that, well, we are obviously going to reevaluate. So I'm going to take some profits, well, probably around these areas, and then wait for the pullback on altcoins, because I will expect BTC's dominance to probably bounce temporarily, and then on that pullback, I am planning to, well, deploy more money that I'm going to take in here. Of course, guys, this is just my prediction, okay? This is all speculation. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows, okay? The only thing that is very important to pay attention to is that BTC's dominance is still in here, and I believe until it dropped significantly, we still have some time to buy some altcoins. And why? Well, let's have a look at total crypto market cap, that is excluding top 10. So guys, this is weekly picture, right? And we can see that this support level is a very important support level for the, well, last so many years, right? Ever since 2014, guys. So 10 years resistance, right? Sorry, support. And guys, I do believe that once we are going to experience this you know, a bounce towards the upside, then is going to be the first proper leg for our beloved altcoins, and of course our beloved Kaspa, to actually go towards to, right? So I believe that we've got exciting times ahead, and now is definitely not the time to be bearish on crypto. Not talking about Kaspa only, right? Guys, we've got USDT dominance. That's obviously the chart that we have to monitor, okay? Because, you know, what we can expect is that we are going to see a little bit of a pump for altcoins, and then we could see some pullback, okay? Well, based on the dominance, all right? So I've got this bear flag in here formation. So let's say well, I've drawn from this wick bearish candle, let's say here, and roughly, if I'm going to put it here, roughly that is coinciding with level 3.81. okay? And if I'm going to zoom this out a little bit, we can clearly see that we've got this in here, right? This is a big level with, well, lots of confirmations. So once USDT dominance is going to drop towards these levels, well, potentially we are going to experience some bounce, right? Altcoins were going to pull back a little bit, and then boom, another leg towards the downside, right? Also guys, looking at 4 hourly from the standpoint of the dominance, we can also classify this as head and shoulders formation, right? Of course, it's not going to be so perfect, but let me just get out of this nonsense in here. Okay, so we've got our left shoulder, we've got our head, and we've got, well, let's say our right shoulder. So in this particular scenario, we are going to try to measure the rough target, and let's say put it in here, okay? So now once I'm going to put this line here, let's say if we have any kind of confirmations on a zoomed out perspective, right? Well, roughly we do, okay? So we've got two kind of anchors with possible levels for USDT dominance to drop. Now also another factor is that, you know, this dominance obviously can drop a little bit lower on a weekly, considering the fact that MACD is going towards the downside, stay there for a while, and then probably we'll have to take some cash out. Well, I will take some cash out, guys. Of course, do whatever the heck you want. This is not financial advice. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing, okay? And after that, I'm probably going to prepare for some pullback, because guys, you know, these pullbacks are happening, okay? You have to remember about that. And probably are thinking, yeah, everything is going up. Yeah, I know. But, you know, let's have a look at the chart, all right? Let's have a look at weekly perspective for altcoins, okay? So let me delete these formations, and let's just measure our, you know, pullbacks basically, all right? Because they happen, believe it or not, okay? If you are new to crypto, guys, well, don't degen into these green dildo candles, right? Now, we've got the first huge leg towards the upside. That was 320% of upside for altcoins, right? And after that, what happened, right? We had a pullback of how much? For all of these altcoins, right? They pulled back 60%, almost 60%, right? So why do you think we are not going to experience any type of a pullback now, right? Considering the fact that, well, these levels in here, let me just actually draw it in here, are in cards. Of course, guys, we might gonna smash through, you know, the upside, but please remember that there are also traders in this market, not only people that are buying meme coins, Kaspa, or whatever projects and holding patiently, right? There are also many transactions that are happening on chain, and of course traders, people that are trading with leverage. So remember about that. I know that this update was basically about everything, but I guess it's, you know, very important to kind of cover everything that we are seeing in the charts, guys, not only Kaspa's chart, because I believe that Kaspa's chart, well, looking at only Kaspa's chart is not going to help us with our analysis, right? So guys, to conclude, if you are asking yourself a question, is it late to buy Kaspa? Well, obviously that was probably the better time to buy Kaspa in here, but I would probably say that now I would wait for some pullback, okay, and then enter Kaspa, right? Because as you've seen, based on the technicals, you know, we are sitting in overheated levels. Well, of course, unless people from Kraken are going to degen into Kaspa, they're going to be buying tens of thousands of dollars worth of Kaspa and all of this. Unless that is going to happen, I probably see the pullback in the next, let's say, 24 hours. I hope that you have guys enjoyed the update, and as always, peace and love crypto.